And hello to all my Pisces friends. I'd like to welcome you in. My name is Scott Sagent, and today I'll be doing your free psychic tarot reading for Sunflowery September 2022. Now today they've dialed up a very interesting spread for you guys because they want to focus an entire spread for my Pisces for work. We're going to do a work spread. We're going to set it up in the storyline format. Very good spread for general readings, not just about work, but about any of them because it's a scattershot. Cast a very wide net across all the Pisces. That way we can talk about specific Pisces and different stories. We're going to do 3, 4, or 5, or 6, sometimes different stories for different Pisces. We're going to cover all that here today. Now that allows me to be quite accurate, and there's going to be a home run story in there that is right for you. So if the first couple don't make sense, bear with it, stick with it. We're going to find the story that is right for you in there. That's the wonderful part about that. And there's something about your work corner that they just don't want you to miss, guys. And the work corner is a big one. It's work, business, enterprise, area of study, collegiate courses, retirement if you're of that age, entrepreneurship. So a lot of stuff there that they can be talking about here. Now, we have a lot of ground to cover. They've also asked that I do an extra spread for you guys at the end with an animal totem spread. That's always a lot of fun. I love doing those. They want you to have 2 of them. So we're going to do a transition from one animal into the other. Very, very interesting about characteristic shifts and changes. We're also going to do a runestone. That's going to be at the end of your reading. That's going to cap the whole thing off and tie it all together. And also, I need to tell you about this wonderful display that's right here in front of me. So we have a lot of ground to cover. We're going to get started right now. No more time. The cards are already shuffled. I do that ahead of time to save time, Pisces. Bringing you in right here so you guys can watch. Hit that like button if you're ready to have a great September. Maybe? Okay, we are on and recording, guys. These are my ritual cuts. I like to do them live and on camera. Share my table with you, let you see what's going on. Basically, we're cutting each deck into thirds, putting them back together in a separate order. That satisfies the ritual aspect of tarot. Same procedure for personal private reading, so it's just like you're here with me now. Now, this one I call my brown deck. I could just call it brown as a nickname because it's brown. But it's a very effeminate deck. Now, if you are a man Pisces tuning in here, don't think that that's bad for you. It's just supposed to bring you peace, energy. It's okay. And hopefully not the drama of the female side. Peace, peace, peace. So here we go, guys. The storyline spread, whether it's about work or not, which this one is, starts with 5 cards. So these are your core cards. This is the most important thing for you to see. Everything after that is extra. I do need to keep going with cards here, too. That really is the end. Yep, that's it. Okay. Tempted to go one more, but that's really where it needs to stop. We have a left facing in there, even though it's not full. So it's going to bracket us off here. So that's basically what we're looking at. All in view. Very good. Now I got to get my pairings together because the inverts are pretty well distributed. Okay, so we're looking at 3 stories. It looks just like this. They did a weird kind of thing here for you guys. I'll talk about it more momentarily. These are pip cards. I'm only going to tack on 1 card just for information there. So that story's pretty much wrapped up. This over here, we got all kinds of majors, so this is where the table is going to get full. If I go off camera, I will move it around, make sure you guys see everything that's going on here. I do like to share everything that I'm doing here with you. Find a way to set this up so you can see, hopefully. That's good like that. Get in there. Okay, check my inverts one more time. That's going to need a discard. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. This one also. That one's good. So 2 discards are needed first and foremost. Let me make sure I got the rest of my cards taken care of. No, I got 1 more here. That's why I felt that way. Make sure it's not a person. It's not. Okay, now we're good. So now discard here. That one they want it read just the way it is. That was not inverted, so that one's going to stay. Over here, 1 more discard. Now this one they do want all upright. So the order needs to stay the same, and I just need to upright the ones that are not. And then we're ready to go. I just need an angel oracle card for every one. I know I'm working fast, guys, but it's to save the time here and your attention span. Because if you're not into looking at these cards and the pictures of what's going on, this could probably be a boring part of the video. Usually people tune into this and like this, though. That's why I keep doing it. All right, guys, so here are the 3 stories for work for my Pisces. You see what you can see, what you cannot see. The one all the way to the right, I'm going to start there. That's going to be story 1. You can see that now all the way to the right. Right here in the middle, starting with by the book and working our way down to the very bottom, the Empress and the Page of Pentacles. It's going to be another story there. And then all the way to the left, at the top of the 8 of Wands, let me shuffle this down here. Now you can definitely see it all. That is it, guys. That's the last story. We're going to get to work right now. If the phone stops. Maybe. There we go. Okay, Pisces. I'm going to work right to left. This is usually not what I do, but intuitively I felt like this is what needs to be done for you guys here. So that's what we're doing. Okay, work. The first thing that they're talking about here in story 1 is a little bit of a sadder story, or a more sad story, a little bit of sadness involved. This is the storyline is also called a movie line spread. If this is a movie here in this movie instead of a story, this is a little bit of drama. This is a little bit of a sad moment in the movie. You know, they basically show here that there is some, and it's circumstantial. That's important for me to let you know. So if you are a Pisces that's struggling with something in the workplace or that work corner that I described first, guys, it's just a phase of bad luck. This is not your fault. This is not the boss's fault. This is not anybody else's fault. If you are the boss, this is not the employee's fault. This is just circumstantial. This is just bad luck. Maybe a bad economy. Maybe a bad run of a couple weeks here. Maybe the entire month. You know, hard to say. The readings for the whole month doesn't mean that this energy is going to be here the whole time. But the Wheel of Fortune is the card of the wheel, and basically the wheel goes around and around. So you're either on an upswing or you're on a downswing. And the wheel reminds us, just like a roller coaster does, that you're never on one too long. You're either high and about to come down, or you're down and about to come up. Now here they show you on a downswing. That's what bad luck is. It's just down on your luck, circumstance, not your fault, just the situation. That's just what's going on. So at some point, you know that this is going to change for you. This is not like this forever. It may be significant in the month of September, but this is going to change. You know, bad luck turns into good luck. It always happens that way. In a world of duality, there's no choice. It has to happen. So that is a lot of you, they're letting me know here with the never-ending story card, that a lot of you feel like this is just the cycle that will not end. This is the work hell, if you will, or this is the work, let's say it's a promotion that they keep promising that just never comes. It's like they keep saying they're going to get this. Doesn't happen. They keep saying this is going to happen. Doesn't happen. So this is some kind of never-ending story, never-ending cycle. And, you know, it's important for you to know that this will end. This is not going to stay that way forever. Actually, they show things getting busy. So that may be, I almost feel like you're not really happy about that. You know, most people like when the workplace gets busy or the work corner gets busy, because usually it means money. But some of you aren't. I mean, let's take hourly employees, for example. Usually they don't care if it's busy or not. Maybe they prefer it be more like dead, right? Not a lot of stuff going on. So they're letting you know September's a busy time. We also have breakup energy here in the tower. So some of you actually may be leaving here or be, you know, parting ways in some kind of major way here with something with work, or getting rid of maybe a project, or getting rid of something with work here in the Tower card. The Tower card is like a breakup energy, where one day it's here and then the next day it's not and it's gone. That's the energy of what comes in here for story 1. Keep in mind, guys, we got 2 more stories to come to. Also, if this is not you, there's an element of theft, loss, or deceit, so you need to be careful about people taking things from you here, especially if you're on your way out. They may feel like there's an opportunity there to grab something from you here. It reminds me of when I was 18 years old. I had a job at a car dealership. I was selling cars at 18 years old, and when I left that job, they knew I was leaving, and somebody stole my dealer plate from me, and I had to pay $200 to reimburse the company for that. So there's a silly, stupid example. Of course, that's not going to be for you, but theft or loss comes up here. So it's coming up for a reason, and it's relevant. So they want you to avoid this at all costs. And this may even be like you getting your car broken into while you're at work. Okay, so this would be a good time when it comes up to try to avoid this kind of stuff. How can you do that? Well, you can lock your car. You cannot leave valuables in the open. You could also lose something here. So be careful about being forgetful, because I always tell people loss is almost the same energy as theft. If you bring a purse, and forget it on top of your car, walk away, get sidetracked because you got a phone call, something like that, you walk away, you leave your purse. Well, next thing you know, your purse is gone. Did somebody steal it from you? Technically, I guess so, but really you lost it. And if you lose it, it's the same thing as stealing because you don't have it. That's the end result, is that it's gone. It's not yours anymore, right? So these are things that you want to try to avoid here in story 1. So not a good story as far as like happy or sad, but this is relative for these people who are experiencing this, guys. This is going to help my Pisces struggling in the workplace with this to get moving with certain directions and to hopefully avoid certain things here. That's what this is all about. Story number 2, guys. That's my big major arcana card one. Now, you can see how these stories kind of wind and ravel together here in very interesting ways, because in story 2, we start with weird energy. Something going on with my Pisces here in story 2 that is just out of place. Almost taking you by surprise, like what is going on with like my work situation right now? What has happened here? And maybe this will hit later in September. Keep in mind, guys, this reading is for the whole month. Also keep in mind, we're reading for the entire sign of Pisces. So there's a lot of bubble Pisces energy here. If you're looking for messages that are personal, private, specific only to you without any of the group energy, I do offer those on my website, scottsagent.com, in a wide variety of different services for you. And they're all personalized just to you. So we got that weird energy coming in first. Now, they do show that there is good stuff there, despite the weird. It's kind of this weird, like, duality, really, because we have the Empress card, which is a good birth energy, good female energy, good new energy, like to the touch, becoming real. Just like birth is like bringing a child into the world, this could be representative of something else that is not necessarily a child, like bringing something with work into the world. Maybe you had a rough start. It's a weird kind of moon energy that you're working under, but you're able to start this new job or start this new business, or working on one at the very least. So we have birth and fruition coming in very good there. And we also have new love. So a lot of you here are working on something that you care about. And that's very good to see, because when it doesn't feel like work anymore, you enjoy it. You show up more. Your energy is much more elevated and higher, and all kinds of good stuff going on there. Now, they do bring in by the book, so they're letting you know if you're here in story number 2, you need to be thorough. Do things the legal way. Don't try to cut IRS corners. Don't do any like legal funny business. Do everything very, very structured. Do everything, no cutting corners, no cheating with nothing here in regards to work. That we could probably just leave alone. The next card they show here is the Emperor. So this is the card of being the boss. So some of you, I feel like, are actually being the boss, launching a business, preparing to launch a business, something like that, working on something brand new in the work corner. Now this presents itself very good. They show the Emperor on the upright. Otherwise, they'd show him inverted, saying, hey, you need to get this together here. They don't do that. They show you doing a really good job here. So we need to keep it that way. That's what we do with the good stuff here in tarot. We do more of it and less of the bad. Now, they also show that this does get a little constraining, as you probably would expect with being your own boss, or the angle that they're taking story 2 here. So it's letting you know that you're going to be wrapped up in this. Now, are you going to be completely tied down to it? No. That's important to realize also. But at the same time, you're not going to have as much freedom as you used to necessarily. And for a lot of you, you're okay with that because it's something you love. We end with a money message coming in actually very early here. So this may be something you're spending money on early, maybe something like an LLC, or this may be putting money into something for this work project, maybe even investing in yourself, maybe buying some work clothes. Going back to my example with working at the car dealership when I was 18 years old, this would be like me buying some nice ties and some nice dress shirts to wear. So there is money being moved kind of early in the month, early in September, towards something with work here in story 2. All right, guys. Now, before I get into story 3, let me peek ahead here. That is the one they wanted blocked. Okay, there's a lot to think about there. They bring in the Thinker card. I'm going to hit that in a second, but first I want to give you guys the moon cycles. That's going to tie in a few of these different themes. I give you guys the moon cycle forecast every single month so you know what's coming. The first thing that hits is September 10th. That is the full moon, guys. That's the energy of the garbage truck. It's anything you want to get out of your life, get it gone, put it to the street, set it out to the street, let the garbage men of the universe take it away, which is the full moon. So this could be bad habits. This could be emotional baggage. This could, for some people, be people. You got to get people out of your life. things. Maybe you got to sell something, give it away, donate. All that stuff is purging energy. Get it out, guys, right around the 10th. Doesn't have to be on the 10th. Anytime kind of early to mid-month for September is a very good opportune time to do these things. Adversely, we have the new moon. That is the best time to bring new things in that weren't there before. And that hits on September 25. That is the best time to bring in anything brand new. Let's say you're single, you're trying to bring in new love. I know we're doing a work spread here, but we haven't talked about love at all yet, but except for doing what you love for work. Let's say you're trying to bring in new romantic love. I would work on that late in September. If you're going to join a dating site, let's say, you've been waiting to pull the trigger on it, I would do it late September. I wouldn't do it now, early in the month when most people are viewing this video. So using the new moon to your benefit, and it doesn't matter what it is. It could be something new with health, new diet, new exercise, something new financially that you're trying to do. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's brand new, it's new moon energy, much better placed end of September. Now, if any of this has confused you, or you just like a little clarity on it, you want a little visual aid, I put together a moon cycle cheat sheet. It is absolutely free. It is parked on my videos page. Go to the website, scottsagent.com, go to the videos tab, bottom of that, you will see it parked. That is my moon cycle cheat sheet, a little visual aid to help you guys understand the ebbs and the flows and how you can align certain things in your life to just make things go a little smoother for you. Work with the energy that is already there and working for you. Either way. Also, while you're at the website, make sure you're signed up for the newsletter. That's at the very bottom of every single page. You can just enter a few little things there. You're signed up for the newsletter. I give my newsletter people a couple free readings every single year, just by being signed up, just for doing that. I take really good care of my newsletter people. I only send one newsletter email every single month. It is just for updates, promo codes, save you guys money on readings. I offer a bunch of different services, a bunch of different savings all the time, guys. Newsletter program is a no-brainer. Also, while you're at the website, check out the new shop, expanding a spiritual shop of physical products as well. Just launched my first product last month with the Scott Sagent Sage Soap, and now launching the second product here, and I'm going to tell you all about this unveiling right here, right now. Okay, guys, the time has come to unveil and reveal the brand new product. The Scott Sagent line here is now offering you, if you are sunflower obsessed like me and a lot of other spiritual people, we're going to talk more about the sunflower momentarily, but this, guys, is sunflower potpourri. To my knowledge, this is a niche item. I don't think it exists out there, at least not like this. This is produced in small batches, hand fragranced, a quarter-pound bag. It's your standard size potpourri bag, but this fragrance, I wish I could allow you to smell it through your computer, through your phone. Unfortunately, technology doesn't let us do that yet. So you're going to have to take my word on this, but this thing smells. The aroma is dreamy. It is dreamy. It is heavenly. It is fragrant. The aroma is powerful but sweet. The sunflowers are not bulky enough to really make a true potpourri, so we had to use other items. But we captured the essence of the sunflower here by the color patterns, kind of the fall, a lot of the yellow, make it pop just like the yellow in the sunflower does. And what this is hand fragranced. So that means by hand, and make sure that the whole thing is fragranced, not just the top part, not just a little bit of it. So it's all hand kind of mixed there. And also, the high quality ingredients are in here. That's very important so that the potpourri doesn't mold. In fact, this is supposed to last 10 years or longer as far as the construction of it. Now, as far as the fragrance, that does eventually run out. We'll talk about that more momentarily too. It looks kind of small, but it actually lives very, very large. Let me show you how big this actually presents. This is a bowl that I just picked up at the dollar store. You're going to actually, if you're going to do it right in one bowl, you need a bigger bowl than this. This one doesn't quite cut it because I got all this went into this, plus this is left over. So there is a lot. So if I didn't overfill this one, you could definitely fill two of these bowls, almost to the brim. And, use this in two different rooms. This works best, guys, in any kind of small rooms here. It basically creates a scent for the entire room. And it's best in bathrooms, small little linen areas, or anywhere you just want to freshen up. It works best in a shallow bowl. It needs to be able to breathe. That's the key here. So you don't want to pack it down too tightly. This is packed tightly just for shipping reasons. But once you open it up, you set it up so it can breathe. The fragrance eventually goes away. Well, how long is that going to take? It's hard for me to say right now, but I'm estimating about 3 months. That's what good quality potpourri does. It lasts about 3 months. So that's what this is. And that's what we're expecting this to do and how to live. In about 3 months, let's say, the fragrance runs out, doesn't smell anymore. Well, that sucks. Now you got to buy another potpourri, right? No, you don't. Actually, with this This is the sunflower spritzer bottle that is a separate product, but they're a team. They go together. This is a tandem here. And this is the same exact scent palette. The difference is that this is the strong stuff to last 3 months, and this is just more diluted. Now, the reason that's diluted is because it serves other purposes. This can be used as a room spray. You can freshen up your whole house by spraying a couple pumps of this stuff and make it last for days. You can, if you have cats, a couple sprays in the litter box. When that starts smelling bad, your house smells good again. If somebody stinks up the bathroom, you can use this for anything to make it smell better. And this is also skin friendly. People can wear this as it's not as strong as a perfume, but it's more of the line of like a body spray, a body mister. You can actually wear it on yourself. But basically, the way that you refresh this, you can rejuvenate it instead of getting it a new one or throwing it out. You can basically recycle this by all you do. Take a big plastic bag, like a grocery bag, plastic, dump the whole thing in there. Spray a good wet layer on the top of it with your mister, with your spritzer here. Good wet layer. Close that bag up, shake it up, put it back in your bowl, and you're good to go. You're good to go for at least another week or more. The sunflower is God's flower. It basically represents all the main characteristics of the year. What you got there are your 52 petals. That represents weeks in the year. Inside, you got your seeds. You got 365 in a perfect flower. And it also follows the Fibonacci sequence of the Fibonacci spiral, the way that the seeds kind of go around in a spiral. And also the leaves coming up the stems, there's supposed to be 12 in a perfect plant. That represents, you guessed it, the 12 months. So the sunflower kind of represents our cycle, and that is why it's called God's flower. You're going to love it, guys. Check it out. All right, guys, so check that out. And before we hit story 3 for the work thing, also got to tell you about the Yes or No. Brand new product just launched for the audio product line. The mini bite-sized readings. This is the stuff that is extremely affordable. Anybody can afford it. It's like the price of lunch, guys. Personal reading that's all about you. The Yes or No lets you ask a specific question, and Spirit is going to dictate factors on the yes side, factors on the no side to help paint the picture a little clearer for you, give you very detailed information. It's very, very intuitive reading. Also have a My Month product that talks spiritually guided all about your month that is going on for your month. I know this is a general, but that's the same thing, except it's much more specific to you. Also have a health or chakra scrub product that talks about your physical health or your chakras and kind of looking down the line of areas you can improve and things you should look out for and things like that. All kinds of good stuff there. You get your choice of either one of those. Also my angel protection and animal totem package. I know we're doing an animal totem here for you guys in a minute there, but looking for one specific to you, you get both of those with that. So all kinds of great products on the website, no brainers there, personalized just to you guys. Let's get into your story 3. Story 3. Story 3, this is my Pisces that are kind of going down a trajectory that is very difficult with work. So you can see that none of these are really starting out easy. They're all challenges in different ways. And challenges are not meant to deter you from the path. They're not meant to get you to veer off path or to give up or to quit. I mean, certain times in life, there is time to fight versus a time not to fight. But here, this is just a challenging month for a lot of my Pisces in the workplace, which is why they wanted to talk about work, guys. It's to get you through this stuff, not to get you all bummed out. It's so that you can attack this and conquer it and be like, okay, well, I got that done. Now what? So this is my rapids, my river rapids analogy. It's like you're going down the lazy river in an inner tube, and sometimes it's smooth and sometimes the water's a little rough. Sometimes you're banging off of boulders or something like that. Well, this is what's happening here for a lot of my Pisces in story number 3. So it starts with a rough kind of patch, and a lot of you feel like things are going very slow. I have my slowest card that comes in the deck here, right here, my 8 of Wands inverted. So it's making me feel like you feel like this is never going to get better. It's almost like the never-ending story from story 1. So you can see how they come together. But a lot of you are, hurting with money here too. So this is a work situation that kind of gets you from both ends. Not only does it feel like it's like hopeless or slow, like, oh God, come on, let's get moving with this. I want to do something different. Time for me to move on. I've graduated from this lesson already. It's affecting financially too. So maybe you're not able to do that right now. Maybe you need this job for this money right now. Maybe later this is going to change. They want you to start thinking about this here. That's what this entire story is about. The entire story 3 is about this one card, and it's the Thinker card. I'm actually going to show it to you up front and up close. So we pound this idea home, guys. This is what they want you to do. This is the thinker card. Start thinking about ways that you can improve this. It doesn't mean that they want you to do anything about it right now. They probably don't. They just want you to start thinking of the outlets, thinking of the different paths that can come off of this so that you can improve your own life, so you're not stuck with this conundrum that you're in. Okay, so this, even though a lot of this stuff has been challenges, this is all meant to uplift. We're giving you specific details here so you can implement positive change into your life. That is what it's all about, guys. Got to do a runestone here before we do your animal totem. Turned out to be a big reading for Pisces, even though we only did 3 stories. All right, so that one just jumped out all on its own. So here we go. This is the runestone you guys got for September. And this is the runestone of protection. And I couldn't think of a better one to come up, especially with everything we just discussed. Protection. You're safe. You're protected. You don't have to worry about the deeper, especially spiritual stuff, the stuff behind the scenes. They're saying they got you. You're protected. You're safe. You're good. You just need to handle your day-to-day stuff in September, especially with these work challenges. A lot of Pisces are dealing with some challenges here. When things are very good, there's little advice to give you. It's like you don't need it, right? This is the time when you do. So for different of my Pisces that are going through different things, that is what this is all about, letting you know you're protected and getting you to implement this positive change. Now let's get into your animal totem. Very interesting to see what they do with that now. I did promise you guys 2 of them. I can't do that one. That's a major. I believe I can do that. Let me see what my list says. I have not committed these all to memory just yet. I have so many animal totems, and that's why. Okay, so interestingly enough, our first one here for Pisces is a prairie dog. Cute little prairie dog living on the prairie. A little squirrel with no tail out there. Let's see what our second one moves into here. We're moving from a prairie dog, guys, into a hyena. Wow. Can't get any more different than that, huh? So let's start with the prairie dog. Moving from a very communal group into another communal group. Hyenas are also very communal and work together. Now, the prairie dogs do it to survive. It's a survival thing that they have to do. If they don't work together, they're doomed. One prairie dog out by himself, he's going to get scooped up by a hawk quicker than he knows, quicker than he even realizes what happens here. So the hyena, very different. They work together too, but less out of necessity and more because it just helps the flow of things. But I think the biggest transition, first of all, is to be aggressive. The hyenas are very aggressive. Prairie dogs are bottom food chain, more runners, get away from it, fight or flight. And the hyena is more fighty, go after it. And I think the key to the hyena here actually in the transition is to laugh. Is to laugh about these situations with work. When work gets tough, when your boss is a dick to you, when things are just so busy and you're being overwhelmed, laugh about it. This is not anything worth putting, or basically don't lose your glow over work. Okay, you have other areas of your life that we haven't even talked about in this reading because they want to focus here. But your love corner, we haven't even talked about it. Probably because it's good. Probably because it's not the focus here right now, what they want to hit here and address for my Pisces here. So, work is not the main thing. Family and love corner are much more important. Maybe health situation, looking good. Maybe financial situation, good because of necessity. Good because of work that you've put in here. So, laugh. Remember that this is all a game. And, the hard times and are lessons. You learn. Sometimes you win, and sometimes you learn. Okay, that's really what it is. So prairie dog to hyena makes a lot of sense to me, especially in the context of everything we just have been through and read. Trying to think if I missed anything else. I mean, the hyena also has an extremely powerful jaw, extremely powerful bite. So be powerful in the month of September. Be seen, be heard. Everybody knows when there's a hyena around. So don't back down from nothing. Don't shy away. And laugh. Remember that this is supposed to be fun. And when it's not, it's a phase. It is not the never-ending cycle. It is not the never-ending story that this cycle will break, regardless of the story you're in here. So there is light at the end of the tunnel, and you're going to get there. I have no doubt about it. My Pisces are in good shape here. I can feel it very deeply. That is the entire reading, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to check out the wonderful sunflower potpourri as well as the sage soap on the website. And that's it for me, guys. I'll see you in about a week here with the love readings, but have a great September.